Alright, here is a game of Dominion. And what do we have here? We have something that looks, I'm going to say, a little bit awkward. And the reason for that is that, Snowy Village is the only village. And maybe Council Room is the only form of draw, but mostly it's that Snowy Village is the only village, and so turns are going to be somewhat limited and are going to have to be in a pretty specific order if you want to do stuff. Fortunately, there's rope, which can draw you a little bit at the start of the turn, and I guess opponents' Council Rooms, which will probably also help out. It's not actually clear how much Snowy Village you actually want to work with, as opposed to just like Council Room spices money. Plus probably Sanctuary, maybe. But we'll kind of see as we go along. The start's going to be Silver Rope. The hope is just going to actually be to put like ropes and ropes in the deck. Quite a lot of them, I think. Just because that's kind of how we can make stuff work. Okay. This could be a spices right here. That would help me to hit rope again next turn, and I think that's what I want to do. The other option would be like a mission, but we're gonna go ahead and take that spices. I think that's a good thing to have happen. Hope will be to buy, I guess, rope or Sanctuary this turn, and I guess it's going to be Sanctuary because I hit 5 again. And I guess like it theoretically is better to get the estates out, exiling. But you know, so it goes. All right. This is my buy for the shuffle. So if I'm gonna want to buy multiple things in a turn, I guess I have a Sanctuary in there. It's not that big a deal. We could add Council Room right now. That is something I probably eventually do want. At some point we do need more ropes, but I think that should come later, like when I don't have 5 just out there waiting to be used, so to speak. Okay, mission. You're just going to get to play ropes. Okay. I am not entirely happy with how this game is going right now. I guess this is probably going to be another spices. I know there's a Sanctuary in there. I don't actually know whether to trash this estate. I guess the answer's got to be yes. Why did you buy Fleet? Oh, on the mission turn. Okay. I think this should be another spices. I'm not actually sure if we're ever going to get around to doing the Council Room stuff. You're certainly getting a lot thinner. That is, I guess, not the Council Room stuff, but the Snowy Village stuff. You're quite a bit thinner. At some point, I guess I want to buy mission, but I don't exactly want to buy mission going into a Council Room turn when that's when I really like to be buying something, right? So not right here. Could add rope here. Could add a Tiara. The advantage of rope, I think, is that I'm looking at next turn playing the one rope, and I'd kind of like to have some amount of balance there. Whatever that means. Or I could just take another spices and, take rope when it's convenient, and that's what I think I'll do. So here we're going to buy mission because there's going to be a Sanctuary in there, and there's going to be a trash available with rope. Gold, huh? Over spices? Really? That's interesting. I guess it won't be a Sanctuary. So, this can be rope mission. It'll also make kind of a nice shuffle right there. And I guess now is when we're going to buy Fleet, because here's our mission turn. Sanctuary, Council Room, Estate is really nice to have right in there. Just going to comment. I don't know how much we do want to run the Snowy Village thing. Now would probably be the time to pick up Snowy Village if we were going to do it. We would pick up something like Tiara, Snowy Village, maybe. Or you just go Tiara spices. Also an option, or Tiara rope if I think we're really going to try to run the Snowy Village stuff. Tiara I just want because it can top deck Snowy Village. The other stuff I'm a little less sure on. Let's go like that. Low confidence. Yeah, I've gotten quite a bit thinner than I have. There's just like way more stuff exiled, which I guess is expected because you took the Sanctuary early. No, you didn't really take the Sanctuary earlier. Like, I took Spices, then Sanctuary. I'm not actually exactly sure why that's happened. I certainly haven't exactly been trying to, like, avoid trashing in any way. Like, I think I've done it every time I've had the opportunity. But that is how things went. So right here I want to put like Snowy Village Council Room on top. Snowy Village Council Room. I don't know if weathering a silver is particularly good. I think this might just actually want to be a rope. I don't think adding silver actually does me a whole lot, and rope is going to be the consistency, especially if I'm going to be running this Snowy Village business. You're producing coins. I don't know what like getting thin enough actually looks like here. Like at what point I'm happy with how thin I am. I got to draw completely, so that seems good. I don't know if I want to try to balance out the ropes or not. I'm going to try to figure this out right now. So like right now I'm looking at 14 coins. Like this could be, say, province, I don't know, province gold, province spices. I don't think it makes sense to not play this rope, at which point I could do like province spices rope even. That reasonable? Spices. I don't think buying a, well, I kind of like another rope. Seeing both council rooms here does not make me particularly happy, I must say. Along with the province, like this means the Sanctuary is not going to hit that province also. One thing I guess I'm a little bit iffy about is like, if I'm not going to do something, if I'm not going to, well, like I kind of don't want to play the council rooms because I know what that like does for you, but at the same time, like if I don't play the council room, I just like simply don't get through much of my deck. So it seems pretty clear it needs to get played. There's a Snowy Village in there. I don't know what I want to do here. Like if I take 2 provinces, can you take 3 realistically? There's a fleet turn. So, like, even if I double province and you double province, I don't know that I'm in that great a spot. Right? Plus, do I even want a double province? Like, I could go province spices, then you double. I maybe double. Oh, I'm gonna do this way. I don't know how well next turn's actually going to work. Like whether we want to think about top decking us Tiara just to make sure that we get a snowy village in there, or whether keeping the coffers is better. I think keeping the coffers is going to be better. And you're continuing to get the provinces out, which is not making me thrilled. And I'm also trying to think, like, even if I do have a good turn, like, I don't know. I'm adding stuff. Well, I found a council room. Yeah, I guess we're going to try to go up to double or more. Like, if I can triple province here, that seems pretty good. I don't think I can, but I'll think about it. Okay. If I double here, you would, like, potentially single plus duchy into the mission turn. That looks actually pretty bad for me. The other thing I can do is I can top deck Snowy Village and double duchy, which seems like okay-ish. The main problem is, like, I have not been able to get provinces out at all with the sanctuaries. So I'm kind of looking at a rough spot. Otherwise, so let's do that. Yeah, like, I can't deal with the double province, so probably what I do is I take, like, 2 duchies. I could also top deck a sanctuary in hopes that, I'm able to get a province out that way, but then again, I feel like I just died to do a double province. So I think this is kind of forced to be duchy. And, you know, not happy with where I am at all, but I think that's what basically needed to happen for me to be able to beat this double province that I'm guessing is coming. I couldn't get thin. That seems like a lot of the problem. Not exactly sure why, but, like, I had the rope turn 3. I mean, I guess this is also a particularly good turn. Like, you did have the council room in hand right here. You potentially won't next turn, although I will be drawing you some amount. I guess your other options, like double province, top deck a council room. That's, like, a thing you could totally do. And it seems actually pretty okay-ish. The idea with the top deck council room is that, like, when we go to fleet, you do have the council room coming in. Okay, that's going to be a duchy. I mean, that just means that this ends up being get as much points as I can. And I guess, like, draw through as much as I can. Alright, so we're taking a province, however many duchies. We get 3 ropes out, which looks pretty good for our next turn. And I guess we're just going to hope that there's no council room that comes in. So province, duchy, duchy. I don't think there's really a point in throwing an estate in now. And we'll go to mission or fleet turns. Okay, 2 duchies. That just makes me toast, doesn't it? Like, I can't make that up. Sure. 4 estates. Not getting there. I mean, had I seen a council room, we might have. Genuinely. Well, we would have gotten to a tie, which isn't good enough. Yeah. I felt like I was under thin for a lot of the game, which, I mean, I thought I was, like, doing okay early here, right? You know, if we go back and we look at this, like, you played rope, you bought sanctuary, you got sanctuary rope, I got sanctuary spices. It might have just been that second rope. that made you a lot thinner. I'm not sure how much I was like giving you with the council rooms. Obviously, you know, maybe if I play fewer council rooms, you can't reach 10 here, but I don't know. I mean, I was short. Just throughout the game, I felt a little bit behind. I think it was just like too much spices, not enough thinning, happening. So, what I have done differently? I don't know that I would have done anything differently. Like, I felt like I had to take the, spices on turn 3, just to be able to reach whatever number I wanted on turn 4. Obviously, I was lucky on turn 4 and hit 5 without it, but, I mean, I think that's what had to happen. So maybe I take 2 sanctuaries instead. Like if I could have known, that might have been a little bit better than grabbing the spices right when I did. So maybe I do that. Anyways, I'll see you all.